Okay, we're back again. It's been a while since I've looked at this, about a couple of weeks, but I believe we're in some sort of terrible situation with regards to performance on processing audio. I think, yeah, this mutex I think was killing us. And we were having maybe contention over this mutex in somewhere here. Yeah, this. Indeed, I did just run the program and it looks pretty bad. And it just... Oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. What if I want to... This error is... Whoops. This error here is interesting. I don't think we got that before. I have upgraded my build of FFmpeg, so I have maybe need to fix something. But okay, that wasn't so bad. I ran the program just before, and yeah, it was pretty bad. There we go. Let's kill that. Okay, but that wasn't so bad. But still, it's not good. There's a very clear noticeable delay that we really don't want to have. So we want to clean this up, and I think this design is all wrong. I don't think we should be having this happen at all. I really think instead of doing this kill based, where is it? It's somewhere here. Maybe it's just here. Maybe it's in the audio input dealloc. Yeah. Instead of killing the thread like that, I think what we should do is have a lockless, well, not entirely lockless. So what I think I want to do is on launching the thread, wherever that is, here on launching the thread, I want to acquire a lock that basically just says, hey, we're still running. And I want to have a separate piece of memory that is entirely lockless that occasionally in here, probably in here, we just check, has a value been written? Well, basically an isExit. An isExit variable. And in here, we just check if isExit is set. And if it's not, we just keep on going. And if it is, then in here, we tear down the process. Or we tear down our own processing here and unlock the mutex at the end. And then in here, we grab the mutex after. So we try to grab the mutex, and if we can grab the mutex, that signifies that drawing a blank. If we can grab the mutex, it signifies that it's been shut down. Though I do now see that we're actually trying to deallocate the input devices, not the output devices. Whereas this, oh no, this processes the input. That's not so bad. So we can just have the cleanup be at the end here. And I think that would be okay. When do we launch this thread again? Pro for audio devices. So yeah, we go here, we try and open an audio device, and if we can, we just launch a thread to handle it. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think we want to do that. I think we want to move the kill logic to be in here. And I don't think we want to be acquiring mutex every time we try and process any audio samples. So that's another question. How many samples do we process here? Keep reading until no longer getting E again. Until no longer getting E again. That's interesting. Because we're not even checking for that. Are we meant to keep reading until we do get E again? Yeah, to do, why am I doing this? Yeah, it's programming when you've run out of brain power is an interesting thing. All right. The other thing I want to do is just quickly go through some of the changes I made off screen. I don't intend to do this very often. It's just that I changed, I think, a couple of times. You would have seen Pijul or Pijul, however you want to pronounce it, directory here, and I changed it to instead use got, which is essentially git, basically. And since I did some restructuring of that, I also decided I would go clean up this a little bit. Before we had to keep running this LD library path. I got rid of that. Instead, we just pass in the R path so that it knows, the binary knows to search in this location for extra libraries, which is where all the FFmpeg libraries are. These ones. I also didn't want to keep storing the librarylib symlinks in here. So I got rid of those and just, nope, not that one, this one. Added raylib source directory as both include path and a library path. Is there anything else I did? Oh yeah, and I guess because of that, I just changed these to angle brackets instead of quotes. I think that's all I did. No actual changes to the code, just some minor reorganization. So yes, now we can run the program without needing to specify the LD library path. Yeah, so for instance, this happens. Like, this is not good. That was a huge delay. We don't want that sort of thing. Okay, so let's try and clean up this design a little bit. And what I'm going to start with is, we'll keep that. We'll get rid of this. We're not going to have signals handling this. We'll get rid of this, and we'll put that there. Wait, is this for all audio? Right. Right, I remember this now because you need a mutex that lives longer than yeah, okay. I think we're just gonna have to chuck those into the structure. No, because we'll have the same problem. Yeah, okay, I remember this. We might just have to have a separate array of muteces, though things can get moved around in that array. I remember that problem as well. Right, I remember why we had to lock the entire structure now. That is unfortunate, because I would like to not do that. Yeah, because when I want to tear down the audio input, I mean, I guess I strictly don't have to. I can just deallocate everything inside but leave the mutex intact. Like the mutex, like this structure doesn't, like this structure here doesn't actually need to be deallocated, at least not now, because it's hard coded, though that's, you know, probably going to change at some point. I can't imagine we'll keep that design forever. Yeah, it really would be a shame to lock the entire thing. That is kind of annoying. Like, I understand why it has to be, but it's pretty annoying a mutex has to live longer than the thing it's protecting. Let's get rid of this. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Actually, you know what? I don't think we do need it, because where we used to kill the thread in here, No, I think that's fine. I think we can. Okay, so let's go back to that other thread in the widgets. So this is happening on the UI thread. We're going to call audio input dealloc, and then in audio input dealloc in here, what we can do is try and grab that mutex. And then the other thread, after we set AI valid to be 0, this code here will check if it's valid, and if it's not, then it'll kill the thread. Well, then it'll stop processing, release the mutex, and then this thread will grab the mutex, which means, hey, we've grabbed this mutex, we can actually destroy it now. We actually don't need to keep this mutex around anymore, because that means the other thread's gone. I actually don't think that's a problem. I think we can get around this. So let's actually get rid of that. And let's put this in here. pthread mutex t mutex. We'll keep the thread ID. Yeah, we'll keep the thread ID around just because I don't think we want to drop it. But it may not be that useful. I mean, it might be. Well, I guess strictly we don't actually need to grab the mutex, right? We can just wait on the thread to exit. That's maybe even better. I don't even think we need a mutex. Because once we set valid equal to 0, then this thread will check if valid is equal to 0, and then it'll start teardown. I don't actually think we need a mutex for this at all. We just need to wait on the thread exiting. Yeah, let's just get rid of the mutex. I don't think we need it. We'll just keep the thread ID. We set valid to be equal to 0, and then it'd be nice if I had that code back. pthread join, I think. If pthread join tid ret, I guess. Void pointer. Return from a successful. The value past the pthread exit. Yeah, I don't think I care about that. Yeah, this drain mode thing is interesting because I think we actually probably want to do that like at the end here when we're tearing down. I think that's when we want to enter drain mode. I don't think we want to do it during deallocation. I mean, this does tie us to a threaded design. Or to a design where this exists on a different thread to the thing to the thing that's running. Which I think is maybe the only sensible option. I'm not sure it makes sense to create a thread and then store that thread ID in the thread you just created. Yeah, you'd need some sort of synchronization. I think that makes less sense than this. This is fine. I'm happy with this. All right, let's just power on. Yeah, if this happens, we're just going to... don't we have... no, it's... Ah, brilliant. This is on a PID. You can't do this for threads? Maybe not. Okay, fair enough. I use error C somewhere, right? Oh, because that's... Yeah, let's do that. Res and ret. This is programming at its peak. This is what peak C looks like. Yeah, couldn't wait on audio processing thread. We'll do that. Then we'll get rid of that. I think this makes sense. And so I think in here,